national leader of the youth, Makosami Dlamini, says they are working hand in hand with the EBC committee to ensure that the youth are updated about their coming elections.
Liphindze livete futhi shothi konke nje libhubhe simasela selithelta ubhosha lisho ukuthi akuhambe kanje.
Prince Gija also answered the question of now that the echelons of the kingdom have extended constituencies, what are they doing to ensure that everyone knows where they stand by the time election comes?
Vele libandla lisukumile liyagijima liqalile nje itolo belibona ikhulu nabantu abenkosi lababuka imimango yengwenyama kamanzini naseshiselweni ngalesine liyobuka hoko liphindze libuke libonjeni ikakhulu setaphindze liphume futhi libandla liyofika kuyo yonke imimango lethinzekako la kuleti nkundla letingedekile kuba kunemimango lokhanda ukuthi isundvutekile yabuke enkundleni lesha lenye mhlambe sekukhweshela bomakhelwane bayo kuze batokwathi ukuthi lona besigidza naye umgcumo omunye nyalo so uyena so ugidzela ngale kulenye indzawo.
Sabelo Masugu of the Human Rights in Swaziland said they are grateful to partake as they will be able to ensure that human rights are not stepped on as elections continue.
Look at lulungelo la wonke umuntu ukuthi akhone ukuthi naye njengoba lisuka nje a participate lithuba leli lesijabulela kakhulu mhlawumbe ni kulolu khetho la 2013 usathola ukuthi azange silithola lethuba sekubukisana ke lokuthi ingabe lolu khetho nalu suka nje luyembili luhamba kahle yini lulandzela nje yonke le migomo lekhona ekhethweni lebukene nemalungelo kakhulu balungiseni ngoba ikakhulu umsebenzi wethu kubuka lokuthi balungiseni bese siyabuka lokuthi kushodani yini lefunekako so that nangabe nje mhlawumbe kuleti inhlelo dabo leti khuluma ngalo lekhetho sifuna ukuthi sibone lokuthi tiyangena tonke leto dingoni leto kube bhetelo salela ngapha.
Melissa Msweli for China Swazi News, Amedzuluni.
The Swaziland Economic Policy Analysis and Research Center was celebrating the World Tank Day with the theme, Why Tanks Matter in an Era of Destructive Technologies, Popularism and Fake News. The Swaziland Economic Policy Analysis and Research Center was celebrating the World Tank Day that is celebrated worldwide. Mangaliso Mohammed from SEPAC said that the role tank plays in providing evidential-based knowledge is particularly crucial in the era of issues.
So we're joining other 170 think tanks across the world who are celebrating the importance of generating accurate information. And so in Swaziland we're lucky because we have a think tank, and that is the Swaziland Economic Policy Analysis and Research Center. So what we do at SEPAC is that we generate evidence-based information for government. So we have a lot of policies that are directed towards development. We have the National Development Strategy, which is one of our key policies in Swaziland. So what we do in Swaziland, we generate the evidence that supports programming around those areas. And so what we're doing today is we want Swaziland to know that we do have a think tank, and the public, government, and the private sector as well can actually use the information that we generate to make the important contribution in the economy.
Mbongeni Mbingo, who is the managing director of the Swazi Observer Times, who was the voice of the media, said that tanks help improve the rate of distributing false or rather fake news.
We are faced with an era where everybody has a technology in their hands, also has the ability to inform whether this is true or not, just as long as they can push a button. This then changes the way media informs the public, and we as the media must now take particular interest in what we do to inform the public. Hence, we must work with think tanks in that regard.
Reporting for Channel Swazi News, Dutube Melissa Msweli. Well, today the Njomane charity saw it beneficiary to donate a sum of 40,000 emalangeni to 8 families at the Mbabane municipal today. Blessed is the hand that gives than the one that receives. Today, the Njomane Charity Foundation donated a sum of 40,000 emalangeni to 8 families that were selected by the Mbabane Municipal Methodist Church. Longo, who is the founder of the foundation, said that they gathered this money from a fundraising golf games they had, of which they are grateful to the Golf Council for providing free grounds. He also advised the family to use the money wisely.
Ngoba kusuke isimo sivele isimo sonke siyathi spirit of goodwill kufuneka sonke singana ama-president kube nje emakhaya sikubona siqhala sabe indlela sima-golfers lakhona singakhona nesisende ngachaza kube khona lesikwendaba sikwendlela abahluphekile ngoba bangakhoni ngathini izingaba ngesiraise nasizi masingeminyaka kakhulu 2017 siraise over 40,000. It's the highest figure we've ever raised since Sakala. Sibela sibonge bonke abafake tandla lapho kulomsebenzi lomhlesibili.
Solegile Shabango, who is representing the 8 families, was just tongue-tied but thanked the foundation for such a gesture.
President wabo siyathanda kakhulu ukuthi sibonge umsebenzi longaka lo msebenzi mkhulu kakhulu noma ngabe siyasebenza kunema social workers nala kamasipala nasemasontweni umsebenzi mningi kakhulu kepha leli chaza leli libambile likhulu kakhulu siyathanda nje ukubonga siyabongela siyababongela labatholile nekuthi siyamcela ukuthi ajinga ananzisele.
Reporting for Channel Swazi News, Tututube, Melissa Msweli, Mbabane. The Swaziland Red Cross member or rather organization was gathered with their board members to discuss issues on health. We spoke to the president, Happy Ilamini, who noted that there's still a lot to be done on teaching the nation on health issues.
The Bapalali Swaziland Red Cross says Swaziland still has a big role to play in the community to reach out to them and educate them about WASH, which is water, sanitation and hygiene. This, they said, will minimize cases of cholera outbreak. This was revealed by Happy Lamini in an interview with Chinaswazi.
The Ministry of Health has saw to it that since we have the partnership with our government, it's very important as members of Red Cross to have knowledge about water and sanitation and hygiene. It's very true that the Swazi nation is experiencing challenges because they lack knowledge. We have experienced that as much as water is important, but it's not purified, which we discover that most diseases are caused by the fact that people are not eligible to clean water. So that is the reason whereby we experienced these situations and we came up and say, no, as Red Cross, since we are the ones that alleviate human suffering where it may be found, we are talking about cholera outbreak. So if the nation doesn't know, or maybe they know, out of circumstances, they will find themselves exposed to the situation whereby they will lack the knowledge of how best they can prevent, because we are talking about prevention, which is very important. And also to see to it that what we eat is something that is going to prolong life and save life as well, because as a national society we ensure that we alleviate human suffering where it may be found. So I would like to say that we are really grateful to our government because they make sure that as Red Cross we are able to provide our services where it's needed. So that's why we felt like it's important to give the best to the Swazi nation so that they can prevent themselves in terms of not being exposed to diseases that are caused by not having clean water.
Melissa Msweli and Dudutube for Channel Swazi News, Ezulwini.
The national leader of the youth, Makosami Dlamini, says that they are working hand in hand with the EBC committee to educate the youth about the upcoming elections.
The National Youth Council says they are, as this is a year of elections in the kingdom, getting youth participating in the upcoming elections as they are working with the Elections and Boundaries Commission to ensure that the youth is educated about things that include the Constitution, among other things that they should know. In an interview with Makasabo Dlamini, he assured the nation that we will see the youth participating in the upcoming election.
We can also alert viewers to the fact that our approach to the national elections as the National Youth Council is our consultations with the EBC was based on the fact that we want us to approach national elections from a structured approach in a much more structured manner in the form of actually having structured kinds of voter education sessions with the youth. To that extent, we have actually then come up with a manual or a curriculum that is going to be used in terms of our approach when it comes to the voter education exercise with the youth. Within that curriculum, we were looking at incorporating some of the national structures where we want the youth to actually appreciate their existence. And in doing so, we were consulting with other various stakeholders, even within government itself, such as the DPM's office within the gender unit. We were also looking at the parliament itself in terms of getting people to assist us in actually explaining what is the role of parliament, what constitutes what we call parliament. We were also looking at issues that relate to issues of how we can encourage our young women to also participate in the national elections, because you will note that in most instances, our young women, they tend to shy away from positions of power. We are encouraging our young women also to look upon themselves and to also support each other in terms of participating in the upcoming national elections, because we believe that it's an open process where, if it is possible, one can actually make it depending on how well they have been able to set up their own campaign, their strategy and everything. But most importantly for us is, as a National Youth Council, we find it very proper and important that our youth is familiar with the national structures. So it is important for them to understand the various roles that each of our national development structures represent for us as a country. So that is the most important thing that we are currently embarking on with the election.
Siyazama ukuthi ikhuthaza lokumqonga ukuthi ezibantu labasikati nalabasha ukuthi sibambaneni sizame ukusitana ukuthi sikhone kuvota phambili singabukelani phasi njengebantu labasikati nalabasha nako nje lokumqonga kakhulu kepha ngicabanga ngekuhamba kwesikhathi vele kancane kancane kutawufika isikhala lapho khona sibantu labasikati nathi sigcine sikhethiwe ezinduna lana.
Melissa Msweli for Channel Swazi News, Manzini.
The community policemen of Kwaluseni are asking the nation for a rain gear, as they say that most incidents occur at night, and this was revealed by one of the policemen, Jablani Dlamini, during an interview with Channel Swazi.
Following the continuous store break-ins going on at the Kwaluseni area, as there were recent cases where unknown people broke in shops, community police says the break-ins happen at night on rainy days as everyone is indoors. They then asked for rain gears for them to be able to move around the community even when it rains.
licala lekugqekezwa kwato titolo kepha-ke siyajabula lokuthi sekukhona lesekubonakala sekukhona sebasetandleni temthetho kusita wona umthetho kuto lendzaba tekucekeza sicaphele msakati simo sebucale Kwaluseni siyakwenda kuhamba kepha-ke lokulukhuni emaphoyiseni emango kutele labafuna ukuthi ihlobanisa nawo elikakhulukati etindzabeni tekuthi bawasekele indlela yokuthi njengoba lama breakings kwenteka ngalesikhathi lina liduma manje ngalesikhathi lina lidulu khanze ukuthi wonke umuntu ubalekela ukuthi abe sendlini kanti ngaleto tikhathi kufanele ukuthi emaphoyisa emango kube khona la tawuba ngaphandle kube khona la tawuba ngaphandle acaphele bona kuqala lobendekako emangweni bona kuqala lobendeka khona emangweni ngalesikhathi lina lidulu bathole leti impahla tekwembatha bambathele lona lidulu kungaba ngiloko nje ukuthi nebakithi emaphoyisa emango makangabambiseka ngiyakholwela lokuthi angawenda umsebenzi ngendlela lefanele.
Melissa Msweli and Tututube for Channel Swazi News at Kwaluseni.
Hunter Shongwe, who is a private investigator, says he has information on the Ama Benjamin boys who go around terrorizing the Zuluni area. Shongwe revealed this during an interview with Channel Swazi today at Matapa.
Lengidakusho-ke indaba Benjamin asibambisani vele nemphakathi wemvutshini ngoba bekumele ukuthi nikwade ukuthi according to lusesho lami about Benjamin ngithole mina ukuthi Benjamin from Bahai right down to Lobamba Benjamin banibana betakhamiti drop out from school. Benjamin banfana labangazange ba-allocate imisebenzi kani izulwini khona plaza Gables seyinzawo yemabhizinisi kepha labantwana laba bona abakanikethwa i-chance ukuthi bebangaqashwa ugcwele bantu bakhashane la ekhona plaza right down to Gables ngiko-ke Benjamin kubanibana betakhamuthi labangakaniketwa bona i-chance yokuthi baqashwe so-ke labantwana laba sebavukela takhamuthi labantu labehla emabhasini ngabo 11 and 12 ebusuku bayabagebenga babagwaze babamuqe konke labanako ama-variables abo bakuthola vele from the hour of 6:30, 7:30 nakuqala kumnyama ngoba bona bahamba ngema-group of 6 and 8 and 9 usengotini vele akundluli salukwati akundluli mfana longasilo liBenjamin bamkhumula ticathulo nakagqoke libhantshi lelikahle bamkhumule bamhlabe ngemukhwa kudepende ngoba baqubene labanye bakhona bangama hardcore criminals bantu labaseve more than 10 years emajele some off nibo-ke laba lokhu ngazuthi ba-teacher laba abanye ukuthi i-crime yendiwa njani so-ke the biggest problem mine lengiyibonile ngibone ukuthi lo mphakathi wasezulwini awutiniki isithuba nalaba mfana bale takhamiti kwekuthi likhona luhlu lwemabhizinisi lazulwini kepha mina ngilibona li-active enough kwekuthi lihambe lamakhaya lithatha emantombazana lithatha emajaha lahluleke esikolweni libafunele umsebenzi angibaboni bakwenda lokho but ku-study sami ngibonile ukuthi bantwana labanye ama-Benjamin they are from the age of 18.
And with that, we've come to the end of our English News Bulletin. But before signing off, let's take a quick recap on our top stories that made headlines this evening. The Swaziland Economic Policy Analysis and Research Center was celebrating the World Tank Day with the theme Why Tanks Matter in an Era of Destructive Technologies, Popularism and Fake News. The Election and Boundaries Committee is still on and about preparing for the upcoming elections, as today they were gathered with the Human Rights team to ensure that no right is violated. The national leader of the youth, Makosami Lamini, says they are working hand in hand with the EBC committee to educate the youth about the upcoming elections. And that's all we had for me and the whole news crew. Have a good night. God bless you.
Good evening and welcome to the radar forecast for tonight and the next 48 hours. It was cloudy and later became partly cloudy and cool to warm as we got down to the low field with a few afternoon thunderstorms. Tonight, expecting a few thunderstorms, otherwise to be partly cloudy and cold. Tomorrow, it will be partly cloudy with a few thunderstorms in the afternoon. Our temperatures by and Pixel will start from 17 rising up to 23. Mangane rise up to 24. Manzini 26. Tlatukulu 22. Hluti 23. Lavumsenso will rise up to 30 as well as Big Ben staying in Mahasha 25, Janinensimnya 29, Bushleni rise up to 28 degrees Celsius, and the wind for tomorrow will be light southeasterly. Looking at the following day, just Thursday, we're expecting light rain and fog mainly on high grounds, otherwise to be cloudy with sunny intervals, becoming cool to warm as we go down to the low field. That is all we had for Swaziland tonight. Coming up next is the weather forecast for selected regional cities. Do have a good night.
Ngeke vele usizakale uma ulibele emgwaqweni ngaphandle kwaleli